Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back. Today we're going to be getting back into Solo Leveling Season 2, Episode 8. Hope you all having a good day. Weekend just finished up here. Had a good time. Went out to celebrate my birthday. Tomorrow I turn 30 years old. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. But had a fun time. My friends and I went out for dinner, and then we went to this, like, darts bar. It was kind of like, I don't know, it was like the Top Golf of darts. Like, counted all your points for you. They had multiple games. They had like an instant replay thing. You know, anytime like you would actually like win the round or whatever, it would show you like you winning it and everything, your reaction to it. Reaction to darts. It's actually really fun though, because I've never even like been into darts. My girlfriend just like set this up as kind of like a fun social event. And honestly, I would do it again. Like, now that I've learned how darts works, like, I used to just, you know, kind of just throw it for fun, try to hit a bullseye. But it's definitely more interesting when you realize all the different points, like how you actually accrue points and how you can't go over and bust or whatnot. So yeah, it was fun. I'd definitely do it again. But anyways, let's go ahead and recap the character ratings from last time. We gave MVP to Jinwoo, and just the player system, the whole inventory system, or the shop where he can buy you know, things, and in real life he can sell it for like I don't know, ridiculous amount. I think the example was he bought it for like 2.8 million, like some dagger from the shop. He said it wasn't even that nice, and he could sell it for 100 million in real life. So he found the infinite money glitch. Ridiculous. For the best moment, we gave that to Beck in his reaction to Jinwoo's speed. I don't know, man. Just seeing the S ranks, and you know, especially the S ranks reactions to Jinwoo is just, I don't know, it's just fun. I mean, I feel like that's like literally like half of what the show's about. It's just people seeing how cool Jinwoo is. And for the funniest moment, of course, we had to give it to that one miner, the one who's so scared of Jinwoo and talking shit. Just his reaction to seeing Jinwoo being announced as an S rank. Too funny, man. But yeah, I think with that being said, we can go ahead and get into episode 8. If y'all enjoy these reactions, consider dropping a like, subscribe, and to follow along for more. Yeah, appreciate y'all being here. Let's go ahead and get into it. Off to a hot start here. What? They're becoming more and more human-like. What the heck? Dude, that's crazy. The magical beasts continue to grow. Interesting. Kill her and then take her soul. Yeah, what the heck is up with her? Yeah, I'm not so sure. Never, even though you just lied. Yes, please. That's what I want to know. Oh, dude, the ants. Oh, shoot. Okay.
ここに来た時からです。その前はどこにいた？魔界です。それなのにある。
Okay.
何をしたいだ？
What exactly is the demon realm?
戦争の準備をしていました。誰と？悪魔たちを全員集めないといけないくらい強い敵と許可された情報量をオーバーしたため会話を遮断します。
Dude, this is literally a computer program. Has to be. Like the Matrix or some shit. I don't know.
こちらは今回日本の離島に上陸した羽あり型モンスターによる被害状況と討伐記録になります。民間人の被害者は294
Sheesh. 108 hunters too?
たった一匹でこの被害か。
Yeah, it was just
後ほど
one,
合流した
two.
永久ハンターが決定的な一打を与え駆除に成功した。
となると羽ありのランクは永久。もしアリたちがさらに飛行能力を獲得すれば今度なん。
Yeah, just how many are there gonna be at that point, dude?
急ぎ日本に協力要請を。
This makes me curious on like just how many hunters are across the world.
ハンター協会会長権限を持って第4次ジェジュ島レイド計画を発動する。
I wonder if Jinwoo is gonna get to go this time.
いや、気にしなくていい。
No, that's cute that he's carrying her.
はい、平気です。心配してくださるのです。あ、はい。ラディール家の一族が住む城、そこに許可証があります。
一体何を連れてきたのだ。娘を騙し我が城を落としに来たのだな。生かした母さん。
I love how Jimmu is so unfazed.
早々に立ち去れ。
それともう一つ、この子を借りていく。あ、いや、違う。
Jimmu just can't resist the babes.
娘の身の安全は
保証する。
いいだろう。
Alright. It's pretty trusting.
頼むぞ、エシ。
Even the elvish magical creatures are crushing on the old Jinwoo. His riz cannot be stopped.
よし、これで89回はクリア。イグリッドのタンクのレベルが上がって昇級した。
Oh, they get levels too?
ランク的には S 級と A 級ぐらい。
Oh my god.
進出してきた。
Dude, Egret being S rank, that's just OP, dude.
俺がラディース一族の序列を1位にしてやるよ。
ラディールです。ジヌ様はどうしてうちの一族を生かしておいてくださったんですか？
Because you're more human-like than a demon.
ジンホにエシル。俺はネジが一本抜けてるようなタイプと。
Jeez. Roasted, bro.
そんなに役に立てませんか？
そんなんじゃないよ。大変だろうと思って。ご苦労様。
私、最後までお供します。見てみたいんです。
Oh, okay.
ジヌ様が何を成し遂げるのか。
なら行くぞ。
Or maybe she just wants to keep up with Jinwoo. She can't leave her mains now. Yeah, this episode seems like it's setting up a lot.
誰もいませんね。
It's about time we see something that's strong enough to take on Jinwoo. Dude, look at this thing.
バラン。
Baran. That's pretty dope character design with the dragon. Yeah, he's red, yep.
とてつもないオーラ。こんなのに勝てるのか。ヒル。悪魔族以外もいるのか。
Dude, that's dope. Ah, you can summon guys too. Let's see who's got the better summons.
相当な数だな。
どうしたらいいの？
Yeah, I think this guy might have a bit more.
ジヌ様。
分かってる。出てこい。
Dude, he's so strong with the avarice.
私はどっちにつけばいいの？
So she's not exactly completely loyal to Jinwoo yet. Whew! That is some sick animation. Oh my god, dude. That's dope. He's too smooth.
ただの稲妻じゃない。ス
It's got CC, crowd control. See all the skills. Bruh. Damn, this is wild right now. Oh my god, dude. This is crazy. Oh, he got it nice. Just hurting my neck. It's cramping just from looking up. I don't know, bro looks pretty confident.
はじめまして。バッケンギルド所属の羽川と申します。こちらはギルドマスターの後藤隆二。
バッケンギルド S 級ハンター11名を要する日本の超大型ギルド。
Okay. So is there only 10 S ranks in... Are they in Korea, technically?
その中で今回の作戦に関する重要な事柄は2つ。1つは寿命。アリは孵化直後から急速に成長しますが、その寿命は1年程度。女王アリさえ倒せば、残党は1年後に自然消滅。
Yeah, get it at the root. Tackle the root cause.
過去3度あった0度の戦闘記録から、アリがより強力な敵。強い魔力の方へと引き寄せられることが判明しました。
I'm just still remembering like the big white ones though from the first episode of season 1, because they had like a bunch of the S ranks there, right? And they still weren't able to beat them.
私たちがアリをおびき寄せます。その隙にそちらの部隊で女王アリを倒してください。AI シミュレーションでも最も
AI simulations.
わかりました。ではその方針で細かい作戦内容を協議します。
I mean, seems like a pretty simple plan, but not necessarily bad based off of what they know. So they just need some Jinwoo with them and they'll be fine. Man, the magic has been popping off. Holy crap. Ooh. Oh no. Dude. Oh my god, dude, the colors in this episode, holy shit. The last of it? Bruh. Oh man, dude, those daggers are looking fierce. Dual wield v dual wield. Got goosebumps right now. Bro, Jimmu needs those daggers. So she made her choice. Dude, when Jinwoo's eyes are glowing, So cool. I love that art design. Jeez. Okay. Goddamn. Is he gonna be able to extract his soul? I mean, I know it said like I collected it from that quest, but can he extract it? No. All right. Making some allies.
ダディースじゃなくて。
Oh man, that's funny. That's some shit I would say. Y'all know I'm illiterate. Damn, that was... I mean, I don't know how they're just gonna keep on upping the animation quality. That shit's crazy, dude. Like, just literally is like a piece of artwork. All right, y'all. Let's go ahead and move forward the review section here. Jinwoo continuing to just go ham, of course, man. He's he just always pops off, dude. Even with what was the guy's name, Baran? You know, probably the closest we've seen Jimmu to having some kind of struggle in a while, but still he overcomes it pretty quickly. And man, the animation, dude, top notch. Feel like that's always Solo Leveling's greatest strength, is just how incredible the animation for this anime is. I mean, it's so easy to enjoy watching this show just because of the art direction that they have. You can tell they put a lot of time and effort into each of the fight scenes. Like, every fight scene I think is well animated, and of course the big ones especially. I mean, the colors, it's so incredibly saturated. In some ways it reminds me of Mob Psycho 100's animation. I don't know if any of y'all watched my reaction series to that, but like in those big fight scenes in that anime, a lot of it was like really color based and kind of like showing how powerful a thing is through the saturation of the light, especially. And yeah, Solo Leveling does such a good job with that. You know, outside of the fight itself, though, you know, some really interesting stuff, especially with a new character, Esil. Apologies if I'm pronouncing her name incorrectly, but very interesting character. You know, in general, it makes me curious about the magical beasts and I guess the level of free will that they have, because you know, off the bat, she's so human-like, right? Like, just the way she talks, and you know, I kept on calling her like an elf, but I guess she's a demon, which I guess makes sense for this land that Jinwoo's in. But you know, she's very human-like just in her demeanor. Obviously, she has a lot of like femininity to her, and Jinwoo and her are, you know, shooting the shit a little bit. But yeah, she's very human-like. And Jinwoo obviously inquires about, I guess, you know, what her state of mind's like, because similar to the elves he faced, the ice elves, you know, he learned from them that they always had some kind of voice telling them to kill humans as long as they could remember being in the place that they're at. And for her, it's not, she doesn't have the same command. It's instead, what'd she say? Oh yeah, she has like an order to protect the place you're in. So very much more broad than the order that the ice elves had. And so in some extent, maybe that allows Asil to not have to kill Jinwoo, or not have to always try to kill Jinwoo. And I guess it leaves it up to more interpretation from her. So she has a bit more free will than other magical beasts. But of course, at some point in this conversation, I think, you know, yeah, she said that she'd been in this location, like she's always had this order in this location, but she used to be in the demon realm, and she, I guess they don't really say what kind of order she had, but they were preparing for war. So kind of assuming that they had a different order back at that point. But they were preparing for war against some really powerful enemy. She calls them, so I'm assuming it's like multiple enemies. For a minute, I was like thinking, okay, could it be the same one that Jinwoo's father was talking about, or could it be like a hunter as well, like Jinwoo's father? Who really knows? But at some point, like, the system shuts her down, and she's like, you know, you've exceeded the permitted info. So there's always boundaries to it. Still always the most interesting part to me. You know, the animation's incredible, fight scenes are incredible. I always love the game and the system and wanting to know more about that. And speaking about the free will too, like it's interesting because in the fight with Baran and Jinwoo, you know, it seems like Jinwoo is about to kind of lose the fight at one point, and it's kind of hard to tell exactly what Asil does, but she like throws her, I guess, spear or something, and I can't tell if it like hits Baran or if it protects Jinwoo from a strike. I think it might have protected Jinwoo from the strike, but she chooses to put her, I guess, her backing in Jinwoo. Like she did, like even at that point, you know, she's been claiming that she's loyal to Jinwoo at this point, wants to see it through, but you can tell like she has that internal dialogue and she's kind of struggling with it. But at that point, she does choose to protect Jimmu, and I'm wondering if like that's just falls under the category of her command of like protect this place. Like maybe Jinwoo is, you know, him defeating Baran is a way of her protecting this place too. So she's able to do it. But also just makes me curious about like to what extent the magical beast can override this system as well, or if it's kind of like they're just basically just in the boundaries of what the system gives them in terms of commands. Now, outside of that, the, you know, kind of the subplot here is more with the nations preparing for the 4th raid of Jeju Island. You know, we get information about this single ant. Yeah, I think the last time I theorized that would be like a scout. Nope, it just went on a rampage and killed a bunch of citizens in Japan. That actually is kind of interesting. Like, I know that hunters are international. There's a lot of them. But I always thought that the 10 S ranks were like the only S ranks in the whole world. But I guess that's not really the case. Yeah, they're kind of set up a joint operation with Japan because that's where I guess the ant invaded. In Japan in itself, they, you know, the guild they meet with, the Drawn Sword Guild, has 11 S ranks in itself. So just one guild has more S ranks than all of, I guess, Korea. I assume that's where they're at. So kind of insane. You know, that definitely ups, you know, the potential number of cool S ranks we'll get to meet, which I'm really excited for. You know, Goto Ryuji seemed like an interesting character. I guess, you know, the chairman was pretty impressed with his aura. You know, he seems motivated, and, you know, they're willing to, you know, kind of be the ones to cause the distraction for the ants so that you know, the other guild masters that we know can go in and try to kill the queen ant. So pretty interesting. I mean, I don't think that 11 S ranks is probably gonna be enough, considering like what they talked about with the ants. You know, they said that like a single soldier ant is like the equivalent of an A rank. So when there's thousands of those, and also like those white ants from that island, I'm assuming those will be able to fly at some point too. Yeah, there's going to need to be more help for them to really succeed here, I think. And one important thing we got to was that the ants only live for a year, so that's kind of why they're going after the queen ant. But also that they're attracted to the greatest aura source. So in theory, you know, if you know, they have all the 11 S ranks, that would be like the biggest consolidation of power. But I'm already like kind of concerned, like if Jinwoo comes too, because I think they're saying that they're gonna gather other S ranks from Korea as well. That like Jinwoo's power is still gonna be like way stronger. He's just gonna attract the ants to him instead. So I can see that happening for sure. All right, let's go ahead and move forward with the character ratings for MVP. I mean, it's Jinwoo, man. It's Jinwoo. Jimmu is going to win MVP like 99% of the time. I'm going to have to find other people to kind of stretch the character ratings out a little bit. But I mean, dude, he's just popping off. Although, I don't know. I guess I could have given to Isil for saving him to a degree. But I don't know. He's just too cool, man. He's just too cool. For the best one, I'll give that one to Isil. I'll give her one of the character ratings. I really like just like the dialogue back and forth between her and Jinwoo when he's inquiring about the system. I liked her character in general. Like she was, I don't know, it's just like interesting to me that a magical beast has this level of autonomy based off what we've seen already. And she's so human-like, so even though she's a demon. So, I don't know, she's interesting. I'm kind of hoping that we'll get more of her character. Like, I wonder if we'll actually make ties with magical beasts. Like, it almost seems like there's going to be somewhat of an alliance between them and Jinwoo. And I don't know if they can go into different areas, different gates or whatnot, but maybe? Question mark. Be kind of cool to see if like anything like that kind of expands in the universe, because I hadn't thought about that at all, and would be kind of cool. And lastly, for the funniest moment, we'll give that to Jinwoo as well when he roasts Seal when he's like seems like all the girls I like have a little bit of a loose screw. Same. just kidding. But yeah, Jinwoo just not really throwing shade. I guess he's teasing. He's teasing a bit. All right, y'all. I think that'll do for this episode. Really fun one. Really great animation. Whew. I'm going to have to watch that fight like 6 more times. Hope you all have a really good rest of your day. Appreciate y'all being here to watch with me. And I'll catch you for the next episodes. Peace.